Ron Harris here from MuscularDevelopment.com, bringing you the very end. Thank you, God. The very end of the coverage for the 2017 IFBB Tampa Pro, produced by Tim Gardner. Coverage brought to you by High Tech Pharmaceuticals. I'm standing here with Big Mike Cox. We're going to wrap things up here. Open Men was, of course, the big show everybody was waiting for, everybody was talking about. Finally, it's said and done. So let's review. Some surprises in the top six. Regan Grimes, the kid from Canada, and I want to say, I just wrote an article about him not long ago, but I want to say he's only 23, just a kid. He's done a few shows. He banged out, I want to say, like 5 shows this year already, which is unheard of for a rookie. I thought he looked really good. 6th place, not a bad showing, but how'd you think he looked today compared to earlier in the season?
Tired. He looked a little bit tired. That's a lot of shows to do. It wears on your body. He's a young kid. I get it, trying to get your face out there. I would have had Rasheed ahead of Regan. I thought Rasheed was just a freak. I had him in top 3. But, you know, Regan's up and coming. Good kid, great structure. I do like his physique. Wasn't 100% today. Looked a lot better earlier in the year. But 6th place is not bad. You know, 23 years old.
Pro debut for Rasheed Oldiker. Definitely going to see a lot more of this guy. He's someone to watch, definitely. 5th place, An Young. And again, we were talking about him earlier in the judging wrap-up. This guy's just got a beautiful physique. Round muscle bellies, structure, little joints. Really hits some classic shots for, you know, this isn't classic, this is men's open bodybuilding. But he's moving up. He's finally getting to where I think he needs to be. What'd you think of An?
You send An over to Kuwait and give him the anabolic chicken, game over. This kid's got all the tools to be good. This is probably his best condition I've ever seen him in. He's always soft, but this time came a little bit harder. He's got a ton of muscle. I didn't realize how much muscle he really has. It like hangs off the bone. So he can even sacrifice a little bit of that for some conditioning. But if he comes in shape like 100%, he's going to upset a lot of people. But An, go to Kuwait.
Badir, please, I hope you're listening. Let's hook this kid up. 4th place was from Kuwait. We had Abdullah Alkhali. Good showing. Big man, big wide man. Really wide clavicles, narrow waist. Very impressive. What'd you think of Abdullah?
Really freaky conditioning. Wide clavicles, like you said. All those guys over there are coming in shape. He was bigger than he was last year, so he improved in 12 months. So whatever they're doing over there, it's working. He's got kind of a funky structure, though. But he just brings that freaky, grainy mass that all those guys over there bring. So it's a very good showing for him. Way better than last year, so he's definitely improving.
Takes us to 3rd place. A little bit of a surprise to me. Henri Pierre-Arnaud from Quebec, Canada. He has tremendous structure, tremendous shape, not a lot of size. And, you know, I'm not saying that as a knock, but in today's bodybuilding, that level of size typically doesn't do this well. But I think his shape, his structure, really carried him today and pushed him past a lot of guys. Like Rasheed probably had 40, 50 pounds on the guy, but could not crack the top 5. And this guy's in 3rd place. Did you have him that high?
I had Rasheed ahead of him, honestly. But he has a classic physique. This is what when I look at him, I think classic. So you don't have to fall into a height and weight class to be classic. He's got a beautiful physique, nice structure, throwback to like the early 80s, small waist, not overly huge and freaky, but he's just got a beautiful look to him. He flows so well, poses very well too. You wonder if he puts on more size, he's going to destroy those lines. But he's kind of at a crossroads. You get bigger, or you continue to, you know, make minor gains and come in shredded in condition. But he was rewarded though. But I had Rasheed a little bit higher than he did. So
this takes us to our top 2. I don't even need to look at my sheet for this. This was a 2-man battle between Max Charles, the Haitian sensation, and Big Josh Lenardowitz. Max has been competing all year. He started the season off first weekend in March, so that was we're into August now. It's been a long year for Max. He's hit a few shows, and he does look tired to me. He didn't have the pop. His condition wasn't quite where it was earlier in the season, especially in the glutes and the hams, and he just looked kind of tired to me. And where I saw Josh taking him, not so much on condition, because I don't think Josh was 100% condition either, but from the waist down, you know, Max is a work in progress. His upper body is phenomenal. Lower body still needs some work. Where Josh, that's where I saw Josh just take it from the waist down, Josh's legs. How did you see that battle going?
Max set the bar really high in March. He arguably could have been second in Columbus. He was that good. And like, that's a long time to diet, man. It's hard on your body. But he looked good. But like you said, from the waist down, Josh is just at a different level. Max looked great. Round muscles, wide shoulders, side chest is freaky, big arms. He just wasn't 100%. That's it, you know. And he got beat by a better bodybuilder. No shame in that. You know, he looked great. I'm not sure how he's doing on points. That was cool. But I have to see how he's doing on points. But you know, he's a good physique. You know, it's a good showing for him today.
The last time I glanced at the point standings, he was way up there, and this had to give him enough points. I'm sure he's got to have enough points to go to the Olympia. And, you know, if I were him, I don't know if I'd even do it at this point because his body just looks like it needs a break. But, you know, we're not his coach. We're not Max. He'll do what he needs to do, what's best for him. But congratulations to Josh. Well-earned victory. Was he 100%? No. Did he need to be 100% at this show? No. No. He was dominant, massive, hard enough to win. And the crowd, one of the few people that got a really, really strong crowd reaction when he posed. The Florida crowd's a little laid back, I've noticed. I'm used to like New York crowds, Boston crowds, and Florida must be the humidity or something. These guys are a little more laid back and easygoing. Well, that is going to do it for this coverage of the IFBB Tampa Pro, brought to you by High Tech Pharmaceuticals for Muscular Development. It's been Big Mike Hawks with Ron Harris. See you at the next one, kids.